What's going on, folks? I'm Mike Murdas, and you're watching GamerLogic.net. Today we're taking a look at the Sega Saturn controller by Retrobit. This is an officially branded controller from Sega made by Retrobit. And this is great because these controls follow the traditional Japanese design instead of the very clunky design that was brought over for the North American Saturns. And really, the difference is straight up in just many levels, but really it comes down to the D-pad here. So these I picked up at Midwest Gaming Classic. These popped out on Amazon about a month ago and sold out very, very, very quickly. So when I saw them at the show along with the Genesis controllers and the Tribute controller you see on the floor there, well, I was pretty excited to pick up two of these because I only have, I think, one working import Saturn controller. The other one that came was beat to hell, and it just doesn't do what I need it to do. So instead of playing with the clunky North American controllers, I picked up two of these guys. So for Easter here, we had a great Easter. Decided to hook up some stuff on the Saturn. And what two games did we test over here? Well, we tested actually what's on screen here. Dracula X, Symphony of the Night. This is the Japanese version of this. And we also tested Street Fighter Zero/Alpha 2 from the Street Fighter collection here for the Saturn. So two import games. Really wanted to see how the D-pad worked on this, and I'm very happy to report that the D-pad is extremely responsive. Now, I'm a Ryu player, but I had no issues throwing any fireballs, dragon punches, anything like that. Some of the moves that required some 360-degree motion on the pad, no issues with that. Buttons are super responsive. The pad is not mushy in the slightest. It is a fantastic pad for response time. And I can tell you that more than Street Fighter, it is Symphony of the Night, where you really need a responsive D-pad, especially when you are playing the game as Richter or further on as Alucard, because you get the powers to do like the double jump, and one of Richter's powers here is you hit down on the D-pad and up with the jump, and you'll do this tremendous like uppercut leap in the air. And you can do these repeatedly, and you often need to get to certain spots in the game, hidden secrets, etc. And on the North American Saturn pad, this is a gigantic pain in the ass just because of the way the Saturn pad is put together. Traditionally, I would try to use the different analog pad that was available for the Saturn, but it just didn't do the job. It just wasn't meant for that. This, however, will do the job. It has no issues with it. From what I could tell on some of the other videos that popped up probably a couple months ago, so as folks taking the Japanese Saturn controllers and comparing them apples to oranges, you really don't know the difference unless you look at the very back and you see the little retro bit here. But overall, folks, very impressed with this controller. Works great. Glad I got two of them. Honestly, it's nice to have some brand new Saturn controllers that work, that don't have ripped up wires at the end here. This is fantastic. So again, Retrobit kind of hits it out of the park here. The Tribute controller was awesome based on the Mini Hori, and now we have official branded Sega Saturn controllers that work great. And I definitely recommend you pick it up when the next batch jumps on Amazon or some of the other sites that have them, because I'll tell you, 10 years ago, picking up stuff for Saturn and picking up controllers that worked for Saturn, really hit or miss, depending on where you were going. And the Sega Saturn, as much as flack as it got in North America, has some really, really great Japanese games available for it. So I do recommend you pick these up if you're looking for some new Saturn pads. Work fantastic. Thanks, guys, for watching this little mini review. And until next time, happy Easter. Take it easy.